Alright guys, today we are going to review for our district assessment. I want you guys to take notes and put here, test is on Tuesday. Number 1, it says to classify the numbers on the diagram. So we're going to do one by one. Negative 0.5 is what type of number? Thank you for raising your hand, Michelle.
Rational number.
Yes, so negative 0.5, it's a rational. 5, what type of number is 5? Thank you for raising your hand, Elaine. A whole number, very good. Negative 3, thank you for raising your hand, Luis.
Integer.
Integer, that's correct. The next one, 3/5, thank you for raising your hand, Alexander. Rational number, very good. 4 halves, Alexis. Very good. How did you know it was a whole?
Because 4, if you reduce that, that's 2.
2. Therefore, it becomes a whole number first.
Yeah, because you could.
So 4 over 2 will be inside the whole numbers. Okay, the last one, negative 6/4. Thank you for raising your hand, Nathaniel.
Rational.
Rational. Good job. All right. That's how you know how to classify the number. Sometimes there's a diagram. Sometimes they just want you to label it or identify them. That's all. Number 2. Here you have a number line with different letters above it. And they want you to find which of the following is not true. So before we do that, we have to know what's in between 0 and 1. 0 and negative 1. So let's break this into 1/4. 2/4, 3/4, then 4 over 4. 4 over 4 is what? 1 whole. 2/4. We can simplify that to what? To 1/2. Same goes on the left side. So negative 1/4, negative 2/4, negative 3/4. I see a letter after the negative 1. Does anybody know what that is equal to? Thank you for raising your hand, Louis. What do you think?
Dang it, I forgot.
Negative 1 whole and then one little part.
1 and negative 1 and 1/4.
There you go. Good thinking. Alright, so I think we covered all the letters. So now we can figure out and see what they want. A is equal to negative 1/4. A is right here. Is that equal to negative 1/4?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is true. Therefore, we can eliminate it. Letter B. B is equal to what? 3/4? B is equal to 3/4. That's the same thing as 1 in decimal.
0.75.
Good job. Think about a quarter, 3/4 out of 4. It says B is greater than negative 0.75. Is this greater than negative 0.75?
No, it's not. Yes.
Think again.
Yeah, it is.
Is it bigger, greater than negative 0.75? Where is negative 0.75?
See,
Letter C. So is B before it or after?
after.
So is it bigger?
No.
Yes. B is what?
Bigger than
Bigger.
0.75.
So yes, B is greater than negative 0.75. That is true. Okay? So that's not the answer. Letter H says D is equal to negative 1.25. So go back to the number line. What is D equal to?
Negative 1.725.
Negative 1 and 1/4. That's the same thing as negative 1 and 25. So is that true?
Yes.
Yes. And our last one, C is less than negative 1.25. If you look at C, C is equal to what? Negative 3/4. Is that less than negative 1.25? No.
No.
It's what? Bigger, larger. Okay, so therefore that's the only one that's not true. Next, number 3. If I'm going too fast for you, you can always pause the video and go back in and write it, take notes. All right, number 3. Here we have different elevations, they want you to put them from highest to lowest, okay? Negatives and positives. Does anybody know which ones are highest, negatives or positives? Thank you for raising your hand. Let's see. Alani.
Positives.
Positives are higher, good job. And lowest are negatives. So we can focus on which two positives? El Centro and Indio. So I'm going to put a 0 right here to indicate 90 and a 0 here so they can all match. Okay. So which one's highest? 20.90 or 20.19?
20.9.
Very good, class. El Centro, right? So 20.90 El Centro. Next will be the next positive one, which will be 20.19 Indio. After we're done with this one, so I'm gonna cross it out and I'm gonna cross it out. Now we're looking at the negatives. Here is where they want to trick you, okay? They want to know if you remember on the number line which ones are larger and which ones are smaller. Comparing them. So negative 51, negative 44, or negative 51.
Negative 44.
So I hear someone say negative 44. How did you know that was larger than 51?
So
Because it's closest to...
the higher the number,
Uh-huh.
the closest to the 0 is the highest.
Very good. So the farther away from 0, the less you are, the smaller you get. Okay, so good job. The next one is Coachella, or negative 44.66. Coachella. So we're done with that. Now we're in between 51, the same number, but after we have 71 and 80. Which one is first?
71.
Thank you for raising your hand, Melanie.
Wow.
Negative 51.
Negative 51.71, yes. I will pick you in a minute, Alexis. So therefore, the last one will be Salton Lake. City. Okay, this is one of the most missed questions on the STAR test last year for the 6th graders. Okay, so if you master this, give yourself some props, okay? Some high five or something. Okay? Alright. Number 4. During a school assembly, 135 students wore orange shirts. This number represents 60% of the total number of students in the assembly. How many students were there in the school assembly? So, remember the magic formula? Part over a whole is equal to percent over 100. Yeah. So, what do we have? Do we have the part or the whole?
Part.
Yeah, we have the part. Thank you. So, we have 135 students out of, we don't know the total. We know 60%. Okay. Does anybody see a close relationship right here? So we have to simplify. Divided by 10. 60 divided by 10. 6 over 10. Here's a shortcut, guys. When you're dividing by 10, you can just cross out a 0 here, 0 here. 6 over 10. Next, we can simplify a little bit more.
3 over 5.
Yes. Divided by 2. 3 over 5. Good job, Alexis. Now, do you see a relationship with 135 and 3?
No.
Yes, divided by 3. So 135 divided by 3. What is that factor that we're multiplying 3 by to get? 45. Good job. So 45 here. So 3 times 45 is 135. Therefore, 5 times what? 45 will give us our total number of students. Very good. Who said that? Good job. 5 times 5, 25. 5 times 4, 20. And 2, 225 students in all. Okay, this is called proportion And don't forget to use this to guide you if you forget how to set it up. Number 5, a pizza is shared equally among 5 people, which value is equivalent to the fraction of the pizza. So pizza divided into 5. If the whole circle represents 100%, 100 divided by 5, what do we have? 20, good job. So that means each part is 20%. Therefore, does anybody know how to write 20% as a fraction? Thank you for raising your hand, Sergio. Yes. Before that, so students can see, what did you do? 20 over 100 divided by, yes, divided by 20, we get 1 over 5. If you know it by heart, then therefore you know that 20% is 1/5 from the benchmark fractions. So it helps to memorize them.
You also have it in our mind.
Yes. Alright. This one right here, be careful. It's easy, but it says muffins here. You want to fix that. A muffins. This is a easy one that you can easily miss or easily get, okay? But be careful, okay? Are we splitting the students or the muffins? The muffins. So therefore, we use philo. First in, last out. So this is literally like this. 8 divided by 7, first in, last out. So this is true, and this is true. What if we do TiVo for this one? How would that look like?
Top in, bottom out.
Very good. So top in, bottom out. That's also what? Like that, right? So they're equivalent. So why is letter F wrong?
Because 7 is, if it goes in,
Because then they're basically dividing the people.
Yes, we're not splitting 7 students into 8 muffins, okay?
It's disgusting.
We're doing 8 muffins divided by, okay? The next one. Does anybody remember the shortcut for dividing fractions?
That was my strategy.
Thank you for raising your hand. McKinsey.
What's it called? It's B.
Okay, I believe this is 5 divided by 2. Yes. Yes. So keep, change, flip. Someone said Kentucky chicken fried. That's fine. So keep the first one. Does that mean, do I rotate? Do I flip? Do I do nothing? Do nothing to it. So keep it. Which one starts like that? A and B. So I can eliminate the other ones. Keep, change. Change division to. And flip.
Flip 3.
The reciprocal, yeah.
3 over 2.
So which one looks like that?
B.
Good job, class.
It's the B.
Alright, number 8. Sugar maple trees grow on an average of 0.6 feet for every 3 years. Okay, that's a rate. Does anybody know the unit rate?
Yeah.
Ian?
The unit rate is that would be 0.2 feet every 3 years.
Very good. 0.2 feet every year. However, how much should a sugar maple tree grow in 10 years? So 10 years goes over here and question mark here. Be careful. Because it's right here on the question. Okay, so if you know it grows 2 feet, 0.2, sorry, every year. How about in 10 years? So what's the relationship? times 10. So that times 10. So let me see here. 10 times 0.2. 2 times 0. 2 times 1. How many decimal places?
1.
So 1 to the left. So what do we have?
2.0.
So basically
just
it's
two.
2 feet every 10 years. Okay, 2 feet is like probably right here. So that tree, wow, that's not a lot. In 10 years, what kind of tree is this? Sugar maple tree.
Lots of
Wonder if it's true.
trees grow slow.
Yes,
They do.
they
It
do.
takes a big, giant, active
They do.
process.
I want.
Hey, tree.
Okay, let's do number 9. Number 9. I appreciate you guys. You guys are such a good audience. 6I. No, 6H, my bad. 6H. 6H. Correction.
You.
Alright, number 9. In the last year. Okay, back to class, guys.
Alright, everyone, class 1.
I'm still recording. In the last year basketball season, a team won 36 games and lost 9 games. What percentage of the total number of games did the team lose last year?
Part home.
Very good. So, do we know the part?
The part is
936. 9.
No.
It doesn't tell us over is, so you have to figure it out.
Very good. So we lost 9
We lost one.
out of, we don't know the total. So how do I know the total number of games that they play all together?
36. Oh, you do 36 plus 9.
Very good. 36 plus 9. No, we do 36 plus 9.
No, I'm saying, this is what I heard.
Okay. 36 plus 9, we have the total number of games they play all together, 45 games. Now, we can simplify
You can divide that
By 5.
by 9
Oh, yeah, by 9.
becomes 1 over.
5.
Oh, okay.
What's the relationship with 5 and 100?
Times 20.
Times 20, therefore 1 times 20. So what's our answer?
20.
20%.
20%. Okay? Number 10.
It's also confusing.
Okay, if you need help, you can pause the video, refresh, go back, rewind, okay? You can always come back later.
On YouTube.
Alright, number 10. Martin completed 24% of the total number of push-ups and his coach requires. What fraction of the total number of required push-ups did Martin complete? So, how do you write 24% as a fraction?
0.24.
24 over?
100.
Can we divide it by?
2.
That'll be 12 over 50.
It lays it out.
12 over 50, 6 over 25.
Divided by?
Divided by 6.
Divided by 2 is 12.
12 over 50 equals 6 over 25.
Oh, divided again by 2?
No. Oh, yeah.
Can we simplify more?
Yes.
No.
I'm sorry.
No, we can't simplify more.
Wait.
So the buzzer was correct.
That was the best time.
Perfect timing.
Put it on BBC.
Oh, yeah, we
Okay, guys, back to number 11. It says here, Rachel works at a restaurant. She earns $8.50 per hour. How many hours does Rachel need to work at this restaurant in order to make $875.50? So, in 1 hour, she gets $8.50. What about in 2 hours?
$16. No, 17.
$17. Good job. Because we are adding $8.50 every time, right? Well, they told you the total amount that she needs to make. So what can we do to find how many hours she needs to work to make $875.50?
Divide 875.50 cents and 8.50.
Divide. Good observation. Okay, how do we divide fractions?
Move the decimal.
Move the decimal to the right in here. Move the decimal here. Therefore, our new division problem should look like 8,755 divided by
That's a big number.
85. Is 85 going to 87? Yes, one time. Remainder? 2. Bring down the 5. 85 goes into 25?
No.
No. Bring down the other 5. 85 goes into 255.
What, 3 times?
Alexis, right on. 3 times 5. 8 times 3, 24 and 1. So perfectly at 255.
103 hours.
So 103 hours she must work to get that much money. Okay, that's a lot of hours for a little bit of money, right? So FYI, hint, hint, when you go into real life, try to get more than $8 per hour.
Please.
Wait, you put hour and not hours. That's why we.
Hours, thank you.
It's
Next, you can pause the video. Next, number 12. Okay? Here, if you forgot how to multiply a whole number with a fraction, as much is a keyword. Okay? Okay, Janice's dog weighed 30 pounds. Arturo's dog weighed 2/5 as much as Janice's dog. Which statement best compares the weight of both of the dogs? So, as much means to multiply. Okay, keyword, multiply. So I want you guys to write it down. As much means to multiply. So according to this, which ones can you eliminate? Okay, thank you for raising your hand, Alexis. We can eliminate. Which one is not multiplication? Thank you for raising your hand, Malcolm. G, yes, that's division. And J. Okay, those two are division. So as much. Can you stop, please? No, please. No, don't worry about it. I'll get to you later. 30 times 2/5. Does anybody know the shortcut before we even do the math? What will the answer be? Would it be greater than 30 or less than 30? Thank you for raising your hand. Let's try. Alexis?
Greater.
Okay, you think greater? Luis?
Greater.
Okay, someone thinks greater. Anybody else? Sergio?
Yes.
Less than. How do you know?
Because you put 30, not going to be 30 times 2.40.
Oh, you're saying 2/5 is 0.40? Yeah. Okay. Kaden, Melanie, I need you to sit down, please. Oh, she's next for restroom? Okay, go. And Nathaniel, what's wrong? Okay. Let's do 30 over 30 times 2/5. What's 30 times 2? 5. 1 times 5? What's 60 divided by 5? Is 12 less than 30? Is 12 greater than 30? No, so it has to be less than 30. H. Good job, guys. Okay. Next, number 13. A football team starts on the 20-yard line. They lose 10 yards. Can someone tell me what that means?
20 divided minus 10.
Subtract. Thank you for raising your hand. Rebecca, take away 10. So 20 minus 10? Then they gain 7 yards. What does that mean? Plus 17 so far. They gain 5 yards. Very good. Plus 5? 22. Then they lose 15. Minus 15. What we got? 7. So what is our answer? 7. Okay. Okay, good job. Number 14. It goes back to benchmark fractions. You can either compare them by changing them all to decimals and see which one's least to greatest, or if you can tell how to or order them from just looking at the fractions. So whatever you prefer the most. Okay, today we're going to translate all of them to benchmark fractions to decimals. Give me a minute, please. I'm waiting for 2 people to sit down. Okay, strike 2. You know who, please. All right, 3/4. Does anybody know what that means? Think of quarters. 3/4 out of 4. Thank you for raising your hand. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 people know what 3/4 is as a decimal. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Thank you, Matthew, for raising your hand. What do you think? 3 out of 4 quarters. Value will be? Class, what would that be? Good job. 0.75. What if I had 1 out of 4 quarters?
25.
25. But because of that negative, I'm going to put negative 25. So all I'm doing is translating them to decimals. Does anybody know what's 1/2 as a benchmark fraction? As a decimal. Okay, only 4 students know. If you forgot, what do you do? TiVo. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 8. Good job. So what is it, class? 0.50 or 0.5. Okay, if you have 5 quarters out of 4, 5 out of 4, what would that be? Strike.
1.25.
Yes, but because it's negative.
Negative 1.25.
Good job. And the last one, 3/2. Does anybody know by heart what that is equal to? Okay, Ian.
Negative 1.5.
Yes, how do you figure that out?
Because 3 is 1.5 times 2.
Oh, I see, because you said 50 cents times 3, right?
No, like yeah.
Okay, or you can do TiVo. Top in, bottom out. So top in, bottom out. How many times is 2 go into 3? 1. Bring a decimal. How many times does 2? How many times does 2 go into 10?
5.
5. Therefore, we have 1.5. Now, are we done?
No.
You have to order them. Very good. So, again, negatives and positives. Which ones are less? Negatives. So, let's focus on these 3 negatives. Which one will be the least? 1, 2, or 3. Okay. Thank you for raising your hand, Kaden.
Negative 1.50.
Yes. And what was that equal to?
Negative 0.
Yeah, so if they give it to us in fractions, we have to give them back in fractions. Okay, so we're done with that one. Then we have this 2. Okay. Negative 125 or 0.25 is next.
Negative 1.25.
Yes, so that what was that equal to?
Negative 5 over 4.
Negative 5 over 4, good job. Then it will be what?
Negative 0.25.
Negative 1/4. So we're done with this, this, and that. Now we're between 75 cents or 50 cents. Which one is the least? 50 cents or 75 cents? What was 50 cents?
50 cents.
1/2.
1/2. And the last one? 3/4. Okay, there goes our answer. Any questions on that? Okay, turn the page. Yes.
Is it okay if on like the test can we like put it in both ways?
Yes, that's fine. All right, this one cut out a little bit, but I can tell you guys this was 1 1/2, and she used 2/3. Okay, so let's make up something. So we can say Michelle had 1 1/2 cup of flour. She used 2/3 of the flour to make pancakes. How many cups of flour did she use? So what do we have to do? 2/3 of 1 1/2. Does anybody remember what was the key word for of?
Yes.
Good job. Let's try Jordan. Thank you for raising your hand. Good job. So 2/3 times 1 1/2. Anybody remember the shortcut for how to convert?
It was my strategy that all y'all stole.
Yes, Texas method. Okay, Texas method. Good job. Oh, sorry. 1 times 2
2,
plus 1,
3,
3 over
2.
times, bring this down, 2/3. 2 times 3, good job. 6 over 6, which is 1 whole. Good job. Okay. So good so far? Okay. Aaliyah, stay awake, please. Rule I, so that means rule 1 and rule 2 is described here, below here. So what I want you guys to do to analyze this table, I want you guys to create a table, input and output, and pick dots that are on the line. Okay, can someone raise your hand and tell me which point is on the line? Okay, let's give it a try. Luis, what do you think?
6.
So this is 1, this is 0, this is 3, negative 1, 1, 3, 5. So 6 what?
Wait, no. 4. 6.
Okay, a point, that means a point that's on the line. Just tell me one point that's on the line. For example,
6y.
right here, 0 to 4. 0 to 4. 1 goes to 5. 1 goes to 5. Can someone else think of another point that's on the line? Remember, pick the numbers that are in the corner, on the top corner of a square, so that's perfect. Okay, thank you for raising your hand. Okay, I'll come back to you, Luis. What do you think? 3 goes to 7. Very good. That's right there. Another point. Yes, Michelle?
2 goes to 6.
Good job. All right. Now look at the table. What are we doing to x to get y? What am I doing to 1 to get 5? What am I doing to 3 to get 7? Adding 4. So what's the rule? Y equals x plus 4. We are adding 4. However, rule 2, they didn't give us a table, but they gave us the what? The rule. Does anybody know what that is equal to? What does that mean? Yes, multiplication. Good job, Lindsay. So, multiplicative. 4 times x. Now, which statement best describes the two rules? So, let's start with the answers. Let me see, you can see all of it. J. Both rules represent additive. Are both additive?
No.
No. Why?
Because
Because.
because rule 2 is multiplicative.
Very good. Both rules are multiplicative. No, because
Rule 1 is additive.
rule 1 is additive. All right. Letter G. Rule 2 represents a multiplicative relationship. Rule 2. Okay, that's true. While rule 1 represents additive.
Maybe.
Yeah, that is the answer because the other one's saying the opposite. Okay? Any questions so far on that?
I didn't hear the
Rule 2 represents an additive.
I didn't see the question.
Is rule 2 additive?
No.
So it fails right here. Rule 2 is not additive. Okay?
But you always want to check.
Number 17. Yes, you're right. Candace follows a recipe and uses 3 eggs to make 20 muffins. 3 eggs for 20 muffins. That's the same thing as if she follows the same recipe, she wants to make 60 muffins. So where do I write 60? On the bottom. Thank you. What's the relationship? Times 3. So how many eggs does she need then?
9.
Very good, guys. 9 eggs.
Mr. Nakes?
Hi everyone.
All right. Welcome back, guys. Number 18. A water tank can hold 720 quarts.
Hi, welcome to June.
Guys, I don't want to tell you to stop talking in the middle of the video. What is the capacity of the water in gallons? So we have 2 different units, quarts and gallons. Does anybody know how many quarts are there in a gallon?
No, I forgot.
4. You forgot? Look at that picture. 4 quarts equals 1 gallon. So what if I have 720 quarts?
Divided by 4.
Very good. So 720 divided by 4. 4 goes into 2.
Once.
1 time. Remainder 3. Bring down the 2. 4 goes into 32. 8. And that becomes. So what's the answer?
8.
Okay. No, just 180 gallons. 180 gallons will be the answer.
And to check our work, we could do 180 times 4.
Yeah. Very good. Luis. You can do 180 times 4 to get 720. Okay. Moving on. Number 19.
What is that thing?
All right. Next, number 19. There are 120 6th graders, students, and 10 6th grade teachers. Which rate best represents the relationship between the number of students and the number of teachers? So, 120 students to how many teachers? 10. Can we simplify? Divided by 10, what do we have? 12 students over 1.
Oh, wait.
So what's our answer?
12.
12 teachers per student?
It's B.
No, 12 students.
You can have 12 teachers per student. That doesn't make sense.
Right. So, I mean, they're tricking you right there if you're paying attention to detail. Okay, number 20. Nelly and Cassandra shared the drive to the lake. Nelly drove 40 miles in 50 minutes. Cassandra drove 30 miles in 36 minutes. Let's compare these 2 fractions to see which one's greater. 40 divided by 10. So this is 4/5. This divided by 5. No, divided by 6. 5 and which one is bigger? 4/5 or 5/8?
4/5.
4/5 equal to 80%. 5/6 on the other hand is what? 5 divided by 6. About 83.33%. So which one's faster?
Oh, wow. 5.8.
Cassandra.
Wow, like 33, about like 3 seconds.
Okay, so this one, Cassandra. Alright. Number 21. This one right here was a mistake. So this 15, I want you guys to change it to 18. Okay, there you go. Alright, now let's read the question. Okay, Ted earns 3 extra points for every 18 minutes. So 3 to 18. So this is minutes. He spent 75 minutes reading. Where do I put 75? Top or bottom?
Top.
Really?
Bottom.
Extra points, bottom, minutes. Minutes go with minutes. Which one's our answer?
Eliminate B and C.
Very good observation. We can eliminate B and C. We can also eliminate D.
So basically it's 8.
Basically. it's
Oh, wow.
Okay. Number 22. Franco breathed in and out 36 times in 4 minutes. So how many breaths is that? 36 into 4? 9 in 1 minute, right? But the question is, how many breaths can he take in 16 minutes?
So basically do 16 times 9.
Very good, Michelle. 16 times 9. 9 times 6. 9 times 6.
54.
9 times 1.
9.
Plus 5.
14.
So this person breathed 144 times in 16 minutes. Okay.
That's impressive.
No,
That's 9 breaths in 1 minute. You can count how many times you breathe in and out in a minute.
So I
See if you're average or not.
I can't do that.
you would pass out. Because if you can't do that, you get lightheaded. I can do that too many times, you pass out.
How many times do you breathe in a
That's
minute?
very slow.
Yeah.
He's breathing like.
You can do your own. All right, moving on.
Okay.
Here, this question probably cut out. Aliyah, wake up. All right, here they're asking you for what are opposites. Okay, that was the word. I don't know if you guys can see it, but they're asking you for opposites. So, what is the opposite of -4?
4. So it's going to be B and E.
B and E are opposites. So that's B and E. What else?
C and D.
What's the opposite of -2?
2.
C, D.
So
That's
C
basically it.
and D. Number 24. Remember, if I'm going too fast, you can pause the video and play it again. Next, number 24. List the number from least value to greatest value. Here, it goes again to benchmark fractions. Do you know what 2/3 is equal to?
2/3 is
If 1/3 equals 33.333,
66.3.
there you go. So this is double. Okay.
66.
Do we know what 5/8 is equal to?
66.
5/8. This is repeating. Or you can say 66 and 2/3. 5/8, top in, bottom out. Top in, bottom out. Anybody know?
0.625.
About 62%. And I'm looking at the fractions. I think that's it. All right, so which one is least? 61, 65, 62, or 66? 61, so we can eliminate that. Very good. 61 is the smallest. Good job, Rebecca. After 61, which one will be the next number? Will it be 65 or will it be 62? 62. After 62 will be 65 and then 2/3 because 2/3 is 66.6 and 66. Okay? Next, how many squares are not shaded? Not shaded, count them.
16.
16 out of.
100.
So what percent would that be?
1600.
16?
1600.
Wait, that would be 1,600%?
1600. 16%.
Or 850.
Yes, or we can simplify. But only one is the percent. As long as it's over 100, we find the percent. Next, number 26. Things like 112 of a mile. Okay, so 3/4 of a mile. What is the distance in yards? So I need someone to look on the reference sheet and tell me how many yards are there in 1 mile.
I believe there's like 12.
Very good, Malcolm. 1,760 yards equals 1 mile. So if I don't want the whole mile, which answer can we eliminate? We can eliminate J because that's really high. I need only 3/8 of a mile.
You can eliminate H.
So 3/8. What's 3/8
3/8 is
of that?
um,
So 3/8 times over. How do we do this? We multiply straight across. 3 times
3 times
1,760. Very good. 5,280. 8 times 1. What does that mean? Divide, right?
yes.
What do we get?
660.
So what's our answer? Okay. The reason why I'm using a calculator is for reasons of speeding. We're running out of time. Next. Last page. 27. Of the 325 songs that Liam downloaded, 8% of them were free. What is the total number of free songs that she downloaded? So what is 8% of 325? How do I change this to a decimal?
0.08.
Dr. Pepper, percent to decimal, move the decimal to the left 2 times, so 1, 2. Therefore, it's 0.08. The word of means to,
Multiply.
and then if you multiply 325 times 0.08, 8 times 5, 8 times 2,
16.
plus 4,
20.
8 times 3,
24.
24.
24 plus 2.
20.
28.
How many decimal places?
28.
28.
28.
So 28 songs. So 8% of 325 songs, that means she only downloaded 28 songs for free. The
Only
rest she had to
28.
pay.
For free?
Only 8% of them.
Well, that sucks.
Okay?
Sad.
Almost there, guys. 28. Heather wanted to hide down. She descended. Descended, what does that mean?
Subtract.
Minus 360. Over 4 hours. So over 4 hours. If she descended at the same distance each hour, how much did her elevation change each hour?
I don't know. No fun.
Divide 4 and 360.
Very good. Divide.
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 90.
Okay. And a negative divided by a positive. A negative divided by a positive.
Negative.
So negative.
98. I mean 9.
No, wait. 4 times 9?
It's 90.
Yes, you're right.
Exactly. That's what we said.
Yeah, it's 90.
It's 90. Definitely.
Wait, 9 times 4?
36.
36. There you go. 4 goes into 0?
0.
90 times. So,
Like
yeah.
we said, Miss Panay.
Very good, guys. Negative 90.
We corrected you.
Thank you for pointing that out. All right, the next one.
50 minutes.
How many arrows do you see?
4.
4 groups of?
-6.
Negative 6 is going to the left. So, negative 6. So, what is 4 times negative 6?
Negative 24.
24.
That's where your last arrow ends. So, what is the expression right here? Lindsay, I need you to stop. All right, the last one, number 30. Ramon correctly answered 16 out of 20 questions. What is the decimal? So 16 out of
We need
20.
to.
What's the relationship?
Times 5.
Times 5. 16 times 5.
80.
80%. Good job. How can I change 80% to a decimal?
80% Dr. Pepper, that's 2, so that's 0.80.
1, 2,
Yeah, 0.8.
0.8 or 80.
I said it before.
Okay. Good job, guys. And we are